Hey guys, it's Alex here, creator for Mark of the ViiBE, and this is the second video in my in-depth series where I'm going to be introducing you to the main character for the game Mark of the ViiBE. For me, when creating a story, I always work in reverse. What do I mean by that? Well, let me take you on this journey into the birth of the main character for Mark of the ViiBE, and maybe we'll see some things together along the way. Well, come on, let's go. When coming up with a story for a game, or a scene for an animation, or even a comic book series, just like ZX, that you can find at AlexZXArt. Sorry, I know I'm super cheesy sometimes, I blame all the anime I watch. So I start with the character. I draw the character out, and as I am stubborn, I don't normally like to change the very first idea I have had for that character. So what I get first time round is normally an unchangeable base, but remember, this is just me. And like any base, I add and things grow and take form. And with that character, I pierce into his or her eyes and their story unfolds, along with me creating random made up scenes involving that character in my head throughout most hours of the day, most days of the week, most weeks of the... You get the vibe of it. But their eyes act like a doorway that I'm able to open slightly and behold the ideas that live on the other side. Along with those ideas, I find the name. The name just calls out to me. It isn't planned, it doesn't need to make sense, it just needs to, well, click. And so with that said, the seed planted into what we have today, I welcome you all to our main character in this story. Click. Click lives on the outskirts of a village in the calm forests of the land. This village is called Kindara, a small village but one that prides itself on the diverse cultural attitudes towards the modern age and the ancient traditions. Click, however, doesn't partake in any. He is an outcast, one that finds peace of mind without social interactions, kind of like me. He was born into an orphanage until the age of 8, where he ran away to live by himself as he was abused. Click, being a teenager now and hating the world, doesn't understand why his parents threw him away only to be abused as a child by the very people that he depended on in the orphanage. He doesn't understand why he is left in this world to feel so worthless, unwanted, and unloved. In order to make a means, Click steals from the village market, sometimes food and other times items, and sells them on. He is a nuisance, a black mark within the village and its people. Not only does Click hate people, but more so the universe. He hates the fact that he was dealt this hand while others prosper, and sometimes undeservedly. God, I can't speak. Deservedly, and sometimes undeservedly. What is the point in living in a world where the world doesn't even want you? Kids in the village are told to stay away from him. Adults avoid him and treat him like a criminal and a pest to society. In fact, the only thing he has had as a friend in his life wasn't even a person, but a rabbit. A rabbit called Snodgers that he lost in the months leading up to the beginning of the game. A tragic loss that he feels responsible for and that has stained his heart black for good. It seems like life is out to truly destroy him. If he had the power to save or destroy the universe, would he even think a universe is worth saving? That is a question I think only Click can answer. Click at the heart is a good person, a brave and confident soul, and in his forever darkness, maybe all it takes is a bizarre twist of fate, a sparkle of light to let him see the world and himself differently.